Hello, I'm Greg Jarrett. You're in the strategy room. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are wasting no time after their second presidential debate on Sunday night, both hitting the campaign trail and not holding back on the insults as they continue the race for the White House. Trump warning supporters at his rally in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, keep a close eye on the polls so the election is not, quote, stolen from us. As Clinton headed to the battleground state of Ohio, she went after Trump by alleging he uses Chinese steel in his construction projects. Is all of this just noise, or will these fiery speeches help them succeed, respectively? Here now to weigh in, Democratic strategist David Mercer, Republican strategist Brad Blakeman. Welcome to you both.
Thanks.
David, when Trump, he said this before in the primaries, now he's saying it again as we approach the general election, system's rigged, and there may be fraud, you got to look out for it, it'll be stolen from us. Is that a sign of desperation because perhaps he realizes he's heading for defeat?
Well, if he doesn't realize it, a lot of others do, including the Republican Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, who said that he is not going to be campaigning with Donald Trump, has concern that if Hillary Clinton wins by 11 points or more in the general election come November, that puts the House Republican majority in real jeopardy. He's lost 51 endorsements, or those that were taken back since we saw that video. He's got 160 elected officials not supporting him. He's down in the polls, and what else is he to do in his mind other than to say it could be rigged? And all of this is due to Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, for what he's said, what he stands for, which isn't much, right. And he's losing. So he wants to point the fingers, as he often does, to others rather than himself in making course correction.
Brad, Trump's argument, and he stated this yesterday in Pennsylvania, is the system has to be rigged because there's no way I'm down in Pennsylvania. Well, we just double-checked, and yeah, he's down in Pennsylvania in every poll, and in fact, his poll average, Real Clear Politics poll average, he's down by 9 points. Again, that's an average. So I mean, how does he figure the polls are wrong?
Because they're not wrong. And when the polls are up, they're not rigged. When the polls are down for him, they are. So, look, Donald Trump has already written his book. It's called Rigged, and he's going to throw everybody and his dog under the bus if he loses. And that's his strategy, because it can't be about him losing. It's got to be about the system denying him a win. And look, it's a defeatist attitude with weeks to go before the election when you're talking about a rigged election. He should be talking about winning, not losing.
You know, David, the other thing Trump keeps saying is he's bringing up Bill Clinton's indiscretions a great many years ago. It appears as a way to sort of justify this 11-year-old audio tape of him bragging about what is essentially sexually assaulting women. Is there any equivalency there? Is that a good argument? Or do women in particular, if not men, say, wait a minute, it's unfair to blame a woman for her husband's misdeeds?
Well, I think it's the latter, and I think everybody knows, because we saw it in the past two debates, it's only a matter of distracting from attention from the fact that he doesn't have ideas for making America great. In fact, doesn't even recognize the greatness that America is and what makes America great, and how we could come through in a recovery from nearly going over the financial cliff. There's a lot of resilience in the American will and spirit and what it stands for, and he has no solutions to any of the challenges to strengthen our economy, our security. And so in lieu of that, it's let's bring up something that distracts from what I just got caught saying from 10 years ago, and mentioning Bill Clinton, who is no longer president, may I remind you, Donald Trump, and secondly, he's not running. It's Hillary Clinton's that's running with solutions to make the recovery stronger than it has been, which is pretty successful up to date.
Brad, what do you think of that?
Look, I think if Donald Trump stuck to the issues, he wins. Hillary Clinton is an abstract disaster. Don't take my word for it. That's what Colin Powell said. Everything she touches turns to a disaster. She supported Obama in his economy, in his foreign policy. Every policy, she was joined at the hip with Barack Obama. He's been a disaster. She will be. It was a continuation of a third term. And if we lose it because of self-inflicted wounds. And the epitaph on his tombstone is going to be suicide press assisted.
Yeah, I don't see where disaster gets associated with Obama with 14 million jobs created in the private sector, with, in fact, the middle class just getting a pay raise in their income going up to $2,800 annually. That's not disastrous compared to what we saw in the Bush administration, I might remind you, Brad.
Incomes have gone down, and the real unemployment rate is about 15%.
Incomes have gone up in 2015. And not only that, 3.5 million have come out of poverty as well.
Brad,
so things are on the move.
1 in 5 are on public assistance. 1 in 5 in America, and our inner cities are war zones.
3.5 million out of poverty that was caused by them having to deal with the financial cliff.
Brad, go ahead.
At the end of the day, Trump needs to stick to the issues. If he doesn't, he's not going to win. It's as simple as that. Your base alone will not get you to the White House.
All right, two of the best, Brad Blakeman, David Mercer. Guys, thanks very much.
Good to be with you.
For complete coverage of the 2016 election, go to foxnews.com. I'm Greg Jarrett. Thanks for watching.